You gonna open it on camera?
You guys doing this on camera?
Is that red wine?
Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that on camera.
Yeah, this is
No,
red
do it on
wine.
camera. Is that red wine?
Yeah.
I don't want that to get on this white
Yeah,
rug.
I'm gonna go over.
Are you filming, recording? I like this little background stuff, crazy stuff.
Yeah, with BTS.
Yeah.
I feel like me sober won't be as fab as if I'm a tipsy talking about this.
Talking.
Yeah.
You're connected.
And I will not get sued. Matter of fact, let me make
What
sure I have
time
my
is it? This is gonna be like a 30-minute episode.
Okay.
I think that's good for ADHD. All right, welcome to a new episode of the New Black Podcast. Today is going to be a very exciting show. We have two guests. My friend Alaia is here today to help
Hi.
us out. And from last week, Lacombe is back. How are you guys doing today?
Amazing.
Really?
Doing good.
I love
Yeah.
it. I'm so happy y'all here. This is
I'm
exciting.
happy to be here.
And I
I'm
haven't seen you in
excited.
so long.
I know.
I know it's been like, how long has it been?
I
a
haven't
year?
probably seen you like maybe 2 years, but we
Has
haven't
it been
hang
that long?
out in like 5.
I know.
We would hang out on a weekly basis.
Let me tell you something. The parties we used to go to,
It's too much. It's
the parties
crazy.
were a mess. Me and Lacombe have more of a professional relationship. We haven't
Mhm.
partied. And now that I'm like at this big age, I don't party anymore.
I know.
So we missed that era.
But I'm more of a lounger now, I think.
I'm more of a lounger
yeah,
too.
I'm more
Like
like,
I
Yeah.
say I want to party, but it's my party is like
Right.
going to a restaurant, getting super drunk, and then
or someone
Yeah.
having something at their house like a kickback, and I'm like,
Don't come to my house.
You cooking?
Why? The
so
way you
I'm waiting
cook,
for you to
I'm
cook.
coming.
Listen, I don't like people at my house.
I don't either.
I invited this guy to my house, like a friend that I just met, and he was like in my closet, in my room, opening the refrigerator. And I
Oh,
was,
see, no.
yeah, he got banned. He's on the ban
You-
list.
You gonna sit your behind on the couch?
Yeah.
And
I
that's where you
tried to
gonna
get him to
stay.
sit down. This man would not sit down. He was in my stuff. I don't do it.
Like living room only for
But
me.
we used to always be
Right.
at your house.
Yes, we always used to be in my house in North Hollywood.
That was the after hours.
Yes.
We used to bring the little D-list celebrities over there. You know, I always had like a D-list celebrity friend.
Stay with a D.
And I would bring them to Alaia
Love it, my
house.
reject.
Yes. Oh my God. And we
Not
would
the
have
re-
such
not
a
the
good
rejects.
time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say reject. Sorry. I love
I
you guys.
can't.
Well, I just stopped watching the show, so it's like
I didn't even know the show was still on.
It's still.
it's still.
It's still.
I see clips and stuff on
It's still
TikTok.
juicy and pop. See, Miami has Miami has Atlanta in a chokehold because Miami.
Really?
Miami is
I never really got
spicy.
into Miami.
Miami is not a place to get into, period.
It's not.
In
But
life.
beloved hip hop is juicy. It's juicy. It's
Really?
juicy.
I might have to check it out if I have time.
I just don't like super ghetto reality TV anymore.
No,
think
what
I'm out of
about
that era.
what about the Zeus era?
I don't watch nothing on Zeus. I feel
No.
like that will fry my brain to the core.
You
I
think
do. I
so?
used to watch Jocelyn's Cabaret.
I love
but that's
Jocelyn.
it. That's
The Puerto
furthest
Rican
I can go.
princess, I'm there.
Because I like stuff about the strip clubs and
Listen.
sexiness, but
My guilty pleasure is
baddies and
Sunday
stuff.
nights.
And I know a couple of the girls. It's just like going on there.
Hmm.
Like a producer actually hit me up about a show similar to that,
Mhm.
and was like, the first thing when he called me, he was like, "Oh, I'm interested in the show, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Give me the details." First thing he said, no lie, he was like, "Can you fight?" And I'm like,
What?
yes, but I won't be doing it on TV at this big age."
Right.
And he was
No.
like, "Well, how about I'll just like pay you and you help me get some girls?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll help you get some girls that fight." But me, I'm like, I have veneers and shit. I'm not getting
No,
my weight
ain't
pulled
nobody
off on
doing
TV.
that.
But yeah, so for me, I feel like watching that would like fry my brain.
What's your guilty pleasure? You said you had a guilty
Yeah,
pleasure.
my guilty pleasure. I'm sorry, I'm watching Baddies. Okay,
I don't
Baddies?
judge. I don't judge.
Baddies.
Now, Jocelyn's Cabaret is,
I love
is
Jocelyn
TV gold.
So listen,
but
Jocelyn Cabaret, yes, it's TV gold. I will.
it's
I will-
amazing.
I
and
will say
Jocelyn
that.
just drops
I
those
love me some
one-liners on you.
Jocelyn.
I love
Listen.
Jocelyn.
Listen, what
Lord
you
of
looking
their
at?
hoe.
What you looking at? Right.
But baddies for me, I don't know the concept of the
can't do
show. What do they
baddies.
do? They just
I can't do
Honestly, they
baddies.
just fighting, and honestly, it's ratchet TV. And you know, sometimes for you, it's frying your brain. For me, it's decompressing because it's like,
Okay.
it's, you know,
'cause for
after
me,
working.
I like shows like Bad Girls Club when they had a plot line, like they were going out, they were clubbing, they were buying stuff, and then they ended up fighting. That show just seemed like a wrestling show.
That's all it is.
I just miss like
That's
when
all
black
it
TV
is.
was good.
Yeah.
We had good
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
and it showed different types of black people. It wasn't everybody
I
ratchet.
mean, they
and
canceling
fighting.
all of our
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, and they're making
so-
us look bad. And you
Yeah.
know who else is making us look bad?
Who?
P motherfucking Diddy. P-E-E Diddy.
Mm.
And
I'm
his
mad.
Puerto Rican princess. Is she, wait, what is Cassie?
Is it?
Is she Chinese?
She mixed. She's
She's
like
mixed.
Mexican mixed
I was
with
gonna say
black,
She's
Italian.
Mexican?
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure. She's got
I
She's
thought she
Mexican
was
and El Salvadorian woman.
I
and
thought she was
Filipino.
like-
She's Filipino.
Okay, so
There you
that's
go.
where the Asian comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Very
Okay.
gorgeous. I love her.
She's
She got some
beautiful.
good hair.
Well, she's mixed, so
I mean, you know,
it's
she
by
got some-
default.
she got
Yeah,
some good
she's
hair.
gorgeous.
She's
I met her
gorgeous.
years ago. Like,
How was she?
in our era, 2017, my friend actually, one of my friends was working with one of her friends, her famous friends, doing her like award show season, and ended up, she was held up at a hotel. So after the award show, they had to go hang out with her. It was a thing.
But wait,
Pause.
hold on. You
Held
cannot
up,
just
like, yeah, like
held up.
So now
Held against his will,
right?
no,
Like,
no,
or her will?
She was. It was around like 2016, 2017 ish, and she was staying at the hotel for some odd reason, and then her girlfriend would just go and like visit her and stuff. But it seemed like she wasn't out. Like, if that makes sense. Like, if I tell you, hey, I'm healing from surgery, come see me at the hotel, but I can't leave, that's giving me like, you held up at the hotel.
She was
got
held
you,
up in
got you.
captivity.
Okay.
Diddy then locked that hotel down. Probably paid the front desk. Keep her up there.
That video
Don't
was
let her down.
crazy. But I get it. I get
All
it.
right, so we gotta talk about Diddy.
Let's break it down.
Let's go back to the beginning when Diddy first, because before Cassie, the whole Cassie situation, there was a suit that was filed saying that he aped with an R somebody.
The guy?
Diddy.
I know, but was it a guy?
It was a girl. Wasn't it a girl?
Or was that Gina? The Gina
It
girl?
was a girl that said
Allegedly.
she was
All of this is alleged.
Allegedly.
It was a girl that said she was assaulted, and then he put out a statement saying it wasn't true. And then after that, that's when Cassie came.
Okay,
and that
so no, I
confirmed
didn't know anything
so
before.
do you remember that? Like, that came out first.
I remember hearing stories
I only
about
remember
that,
just
but yeah, it's
straight
kinda like-
Cassies.
Okay, so this is where it looks weird to me, because you know how like the media works, like everything is like PR, like they roll things out slowly to tell the story. So I'm like watching this unfold, and I'm like, why does it seem like there's like this demise of Diddy? Not saying that Diddy is an angel, because we all know that Diddy is the motherfucking devil. Especially if you live in LA. But it was rolled out almost like an album release.
Yeah.
And you know how the media does.
Yeah.
Like, you have things are timed. You have to send things to the media.
Yeah.
So it was filed. It was put in the media that he assaulted someone, and then he released a statement saying it wasn't true. And then here comes Cassie.
I do remember that, because it was kind of like it got swept under the rug.
Swept under the rug.
Quickly.
So it was like,
Honestly, what I think it is that after he sued that beverage company, when you sue companies like that, publicly traded companies, stuff like that, they are out for blood. So once he sued them, I feel like that's when he was like, okay, we about to demise you in a
platonic way.
Caucasian way.
but do you think? do you think that that's a big enough issue?
Yeah.
Like, for them to take him down like this?
Yeah. Because when you're dealing with a narcissist,
Diddy being a narcissist?
in my opinion, because Diddy has had so much power for so long, and you can't break him. You sue somebody, he probably been sued many times before, we don't know.
He can't be.
It's
though.
nothing to them. When the money is coming in so big, it's hard to shake down a billionaire.
Yeah.
You would have to have some type of ammunition that will, mess up his reputation. It's not easy to take down a billionaire. It's not easy to take down a normal everyday narcissist.
Right.
So think about a narcissist with $1 billion.
You know what? I think Diddy's career was built on blackmail.
Absolutely.
He blackmails people, allegedly.
Absolutely.
I think that the point of the freak off is, one, so he can get off. He could slip and slide with the baby oil all up and down the house, all up in the coochie, the booty holes, and the mouth and ears, and whatever. But also, they say that he allegedly records them. So if you have politicians, pastors, the everyday girls in the streets, and I don't know, whoever, these high-powered people, married men, executives, people in the industry, and you film them. Now when it's time to make a decision, you can't ever go against him, because he has that
So much on
footage
you.
against you.
I agree.
When they did that raid, I don't think that raid, because they televised the raid. So when I seen it, and when they ran up in the house in Miami, in LA, I was like, this just looks like a media spectacle.
Yeah.
It looks to me like they went in that house to get that footage back.
Yeah.
They didn't go in the house looking for something that they didn't know
They
was
wanted
there.
that evidence
They're like,
back.
we're going to get the footage because we're going to lock you up. And when we lock you up, it can't be somebody on the outside that has this footage, because then he'll be able to control the narrative from jail.
How much do you want to bet that Diddy has backup footage to the footage that they stole?
You think so?
Hard drives, things like that.
It would be out.
But you know how I knew they was crazy? They was taking it to another level. They raided both of his homes at the same time. That's a whole different level.
Yeah,
That's a whole,
and they
right,
put
it's
it on
not like,
TV. But you got to call those people in.
But my thing is this. Y'all want to sit here and put the raid on TV. Why is this trial?
Because it's a
not
federal
on TV?
trial. I think
It's
federal trials you can't
trials.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah. because it would be a spectacle, though.
I mean, it's already a
It's a
spectacle because
spectacle.
we got newscasters
I
outside.
have so much information. I feel like I'm in the courtroom every day.
I know
Honestly,
that's right.
I watch people for an hour, and then all the tweets are on, the transcripts.
We
and
are on
stuff.
social media daily. Like, oh,
Yeah.
so what's going on? Oh,
So how much do you guys believe it? Now I'm gonna give you guys a secret as to why I believe almost everything, but there's some stuff I feel is being orchestrated.
Okay.
I sat down. My friend was dating, I guess, one of the sons.
Mm-hmm. A female?
There's a law firm that is like, I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram, but when all this came out, it was like, if you ever been to a Diddy party, click this link and then you might be entitled to compensation. So there's a law firm
give me some compensation.
Right, there's a law firm who's fishing out people, and so my friend sat down with a lawyer from the law firm.
Is this our mutual friend?
Yes, and she asked me to go with her. And I know how lawyers think. I'm really close friends with lawyers, and I know how they are. They were fishing like, what other celebrities have you seen over there? Has Jay-Z been there? Has this person been there? Because they were, so some stuff I feel like it's orchestrated so they can try to extort bigger other celebrities. So that's why some stuff I'm like out of pocket, but because of the person he is, it's all believable. Because to public opinion, seeing that video, now people believe like everything he said, they say he did.
Now you're talking about the video with Cassies getting dragged.
Yeah, but some stuff I feel like, because it's a trickle down effect with the lawsuit. One person come out, then now everybody's coming out because they feel like, oh well, shoot, I've been here, I need some money too. So you gotta, it's a gray area with those type of things.
It's literally like how when Bill Cosby was on trial and even Epstein was on trial, you had because one person came out, now you have
another one.
Yeah, and I had an issue with the Bill Cosby thing. One, because it was well over 40 years ago. Two, everybody in the 70s was taking Quaaludes. Like,
were they?
The Playboy Mansion? Absolutely. I'm a Playboy historian, so I know that kind of thing.
The 70s and 80s, they were on drugs.
They were on drugs.
Druggies. Like,
I mean,
and even a lot of the stuff with the Diddy stuff and the parties, a lot of those people are escorts, sex workers. So if you're getting paid.
I mean, it's consensual.
It's consensual. It's just the fact that they were a little bit too rough for your liking that you're like, oh, let me, or
some people for the right price don't care. You in the moment. You're getting your money. But then you might go home and then you think about your morals. But when you need that money right now, you're not thinking about it.
And that's exactly what I feel like it is with a lot of these people that are like now wanting to come out because it's like.
Okay, Cassie she settled for $20 million. And then she got an extra $10 million from the hotel. So she ended up with $30 million. After she left Diddy, as she should?
As she deserved it.
Okay.
Let me tell you guys something. Aside from the freak-offs, dealing with an older man with money is not... I know everybody wants to be a sugar baby and think it's the holy grail. I have been one. I have dealt with a guy with money, nowhere near as much as Diddy, but he had a couple $1 million, and it's horrible. And when we broke up, even recently we emailed about something, and he asked me for something back. I said, I earned every single dollar and every single gift, every single car you got me. I earned it, because a narcissist man that's older than you with money is hell.
Yeah.
And I stand on that.
Exactly.
I stand on that.
It's just like, but okay,
it's control. They just want to be in control.
I mean, I want 30
million,
million, 20 million. Like
I think 20 million is good. Like she said, I had to come up with an amount that would make him
First of all, I'm gonna just say this: he needs to be in jail for what he did to Cassie on camera.
Okay,
we could just start there.
That.
But this is not a domestic abuse case. This is about racketeering, sex trafficking, and something else. It's he's getting a RICO. So
coercion.
Yeah. So the thing that makes it tricky is like we keep seeing him hit and drag Cassie, and they're making that the spectacle, but we really don't know where the sex trafficking comes in.
Well, I think just because she's the first witness.
She's I was gonna say.
So it's gonna be
more and more.
It's continuous because think about it. You have Cassie, you have Aubrey O'Day, you have Dawn Richards.
Yeah.
You have all these people.
They got Dawn Richards up out of there.
Listen.
They said they don't want her here.
Listen, but the thing about it is they're now starting to get, because the way that they're going, they're bringing other witnesses, they're bringing other people, and now it's about to start getting real interesting because they're about to take a turn from Cassie into everything else that he was doing from these parties.
Yeah.
And now that's where it's going to be getting real interesting, because now they're about to start naming names.
Yeah.
They're about to start, naming some of these high wealthy people who want to keep their stuff, under wraps. And that's why a lot of people, even when this case first hit the news media, you saw people were dropping their positions like flies. People were resigning.
Yeah.
Because why? they know that they're about to be called
They're
to
about to go
stand.
down.
They're about to go down.
Oh
And
my
I think
God.
that's the reason why a lot of Hollywood right now is on edge. And I think that's one
They
reason.
like, bitch, I'm on the tape.
Right.
Because Diddy got everybody on the tape.
Because
He has
you probably go to a
everyone.
party,
Allegedly.
you probably don't know you're even being taped. If I go to a party, I'm not thinking they have camera. I mean, they probably have cameras in the
They
house,
have
but I'm not.
secret cameras. That's the
They
thing.
definitely
Diddy
have
has
cameras.
you may be walking past a whole
First of all, my
statue.
neighbor has
Right.
a ring camera.
But no,
like everybody
but
has
no,
a
but
camera.
no, but no. I don't even think it's a ring camera. I think it's like a statue or something. I just have
Yeah,
a little
no,
camera.
no, I think it's
like,
that
it's like
serious.
little
Absolutely.
like
But what I'm
hidden
saying
cameras.
is like the bitch next door that pays $1,900 has a camera. So of course these
Yeah.
celebrities have cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's talk about these actual Hollywood parties because me and you have been to some parties.
We have been.
We have
God
been
spared me,
outside.
child.
Let me tell you
God
something
spared
about
me.
LA circa, I'll say 2015 to 17. It was
15 to 18.
15 to 18. Yeah, 18 was when LA started to go down. It was actually
No, 19 was when it started.
19,
to go down.
okay,
'Cause
people-
18 was still lit. We had a ball.
I think 18 I kind of was just like I was worn out.
Yeah.
But people say it was the pandemic, but LA actually started to go down before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But LA was like sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Coercion.
It
Yeah.
still is.
Yeah.
It's sex
Yeah.
trafficking. I think my
Yeah.
neighbor was sex trafficking.
And
All
then
the things that was going in and out of her door.
And then at the time, I would get invited to a lot of stuff because at the time I was a exotic dancer. So when you're a stripper and you live in LA and you're hot, you're getting invited to every celebrity
Everywhere.
party. You'll
Yeah.
after work they
What
like,
was your name? Pause. What was your name? I just have to ask that question.
It's
Like,
still
what-
my nickname. I still use it, Cashmere.
Hey, there you go.
So when you're a dancer, you just stuff, and that's not just LA, Miami, Atlanta. You just get thrown into stuff. Like for me,
Yeah.
I would get invited to stuff. I typically like to go to stuff where I'm gonna get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But like if it's the right party, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like literally Halloween, my friend actually stopped being friends with me because she couldn't go to Diddy's party because they were picky. And Hollywood, not
It's
him,
very picky.
is picky and colorist. So
Yeah.
I got to be the only dark skinned girl in the whole group. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be me, you, 5 other black girls. It's gonna
Yeah.
be me and 6 white girls.
But
So
that's
me,
so sad that it's
yeah.
like that.
me, it was like me, my Russian friend, my Hispanic girl. Like that's just is what it is. You got to get when people don't understand to go to those parties. You got to get your photos approved. Like it's a whole
It's
process.
like going to a damn game show.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not
I
like you
went
just walk up to the
to-
party.
Right.
I've been to some Hollywood parties where they take your phone, they put it in a box, they give you a number.
Yep.
When you walk in there, it's sex, drugs, rock and roll.
The last party I went to, they took out phones and
I
people
believe it.
were there and they put it in the box and I was like, what am I supposed to do a whole hour without my
I
phone?
went to a party in Tarzana, a big famous pop star at the time. He was really blowing up. And that party, they took our phones. There was like 100 girls there, and they were just in and out of the bedroom. Just
Really?
Oh my God. It was like, I'm like, is this sex trafficking? Is that what this?
For me, I need my phone because for me, like I
Yeah.
said at the party, I was like, I'm not gonna have fun without my party. And the security was like, how about you mingle, get to know people, talk to people, like it's
Listen.
1995. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try that, and I
mean,
had a ball though.
Yeah,
Open
yeah.
bar.
With no
Yeah.
phones, it really be showing how much ADHD we have because we are
Yes,
so
yes.
like.
I won't say the name, but I went to a famous athlete's party, and he took put everybody's phone in the because athletes don't play. I'm not getting sued by the NBA. They put everybody's phones in a box, and I had 2 phones at the time. I begged him to let me keep my other phone. I lied and said I had 3 kids because I feel like a kid don't really move people, but if you lie and say you got 3 kids,
Right.
he
Damn.
was like, yeah, he was like, I got you. He was like, just don't film nothing. You
3
keep your phone.
babies.
And he was so, and he's a. People think he's an asshole athlete, but he was so nice to me. I think because I was like the only black girl there. That I was literally the only black,
Really?
literally the
I've
only
been to a lot
black
of
female
parties
in
like
that
that.
house. If it was 100 girls, I was the only one black girl at that
What
party.
celebrity houses, whose celebrity parties have you been to?
If you can name names.
I mean, you've been to Tyrese's house.
I have been. That's my
Just-
favorite house
wait,
party.
the Starbucks?
Yes,
He
the
got a
Starbucks,
Starbucks
the
in the
Benihana.
backyard. A Benihana's.
Yeah, the Benihana
He
house.
got a club.
I got my
He got a
hair done
salon.
for free.
You get a hair,
I got my
you
hair
get
done
your
for
hair
free.
done.
I got because I had like a night. That's when I was in my blonde era.
Yes,
I had a
yes.
nice blonde wig, and I got my hair. I got a
Tyrese's
blowout.
house?
It's sickening.
It's a Starbucks in the backyard.
Is
Yes.
this when he was single? When he was dating? Who
He's
dating?
always doing something.
He always doing something, and because you walk in, they have the tables
They
of
have the
NBA,
table, yup,
NDAs.
yup.
I signed my NDA with
Yup.
my middle name, And I'm not
listen.
You walk in, house is massive. Benihana,
they in there
going
crazy.
Up
the shrimp,
I didn't
the
go
steak,
to the Starbucks.
The rice.
I didn't go to Starbucks. I don't drink coffee at night. But I just went straight to the bar. I remember Scottie Pippen was there. He had like two cute girls on his lap, like having a ball. I'm talking to him. I'm like, my dad loves you.
So when's the next party?
And Tyrese was like,
they don't do them parties no more like that.
No, and me and my friend, we got our hair done, and I was pissed because I was upstairs getting my hair done. Do you know I missed R. Kelly concert downstairs?
R. Kelly
this was before that. I love me, and I love you. Can love
R.
me.
Kelly and Diddy in the same situation.
He performed downstairs in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I was like, I missed
the era.
You missed the era.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I was in San Diego at that point, and because 2015 I had just moved to California from Rhode Island, from graduating from college.
I don't think it'll ever be the same.
No.
And I think 2019 is when we had started getting affiliated with one another. So it's like I literally missed everything, and then when I did move to LA, it was kind of like everything. It was after COVID, so it was like everything was kind of
those
like
celebrities
shifting.
don't want the people in their house.
No, and
then
back
then
then,
COVID.
Back then, NDA was enough to scare people.
Yeah, now they don't even care.
People don't care.
They're like, I signed an NDA.
I've been to Jamie Foxx's house. I've been to Matthew McConaughey's house.
Ooh.
I've been to
I want to go to Jamie
who else?
Foxx.
Jason Derulo. I've been to Chris Brown. Everybody been to Chris Brown.
Everybody been in his house.
Yes, he needs to clean up that backyard.
Car collection, crazy though.
Crazy.
I want to go to his flea market because his flea markets be popping.
He has a flea market?
Oh yeah, so every once, like I think it's 6 months or a year, like everything in his closet, he literally will like do a whole flea market.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And he'll like sell things for like $5.
Yeah,
to
no,
$1.
I've seen
like
that.
for real. And it's
Yeah.
like one of those. Once you on the list, you on the list, and it's like you got slots to go in there.
Oh, okay.
Chris Brown is crazy. I remember one year he put his address on social media, like on Instagram.
Why?
It was like because he wanted everybody to pull
like
up.
a second house? Maybe that's not
It was his house.
This was
it was
before
the one.
kids.
The one he lived. The one that he got that got vandalized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why he did
That's
that.
so Sean Kingston's house used to have the best house parties because
Sean
we would go to
Kingston
Sean
parties.
Kingston's house every Thanksgiving.
This is before he got
Before he got caught
the
up.
situation he's in now, right?
I was the type. My family lives on the East Coast. I wasn't the type to travel
Come
all the
on,
way
East Coast.
home for Thanksgiving. I'll go
Yeah,
home for like
me
Christmas
too.
and stuff, but I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. So we would go to his house. Justin Bieber would be there, and because he like lived like next door. It was fun. He was cool. Yeah.
All right, so we talking about Diddy though. Tell
Yeah, I
us
was gonna
because you've been
say-
to how many Diddy parties?
I've been to 2. I've been
Okay.
to one in 2018, the Halloween,
Mhm.
and I think me and my friends was just like with a rapper, and we just ended up just going to his house, and it ended up being a party, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then 2 years ago, during BET weekend, he had a party, but they said no girls allowed, no more girls allowed. And I've never in my life been to a party in LA where they say they have enough girls.
Right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was really
Was there
weird.
guys there?
There was a lot of guys there. It
Was there more guys than girls?
for sure. I wasn't there because so it was like
Oh,
the
you couldn't
after
get
party.
there.
We went to Yo Gotti's party first, and then everybody went to the strip club, and then after the strip club, they was like the after party was at his, and I was with this
Freakoff.
guy. He works at I think Def Jam,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, I was like, are you going? Because I know I can go with you because you working. He was like, I'm not going to no party where I can't bring no girls. And so he ended up not going. He was like, I'm going to
Because
stay
usually you
with
show up with like 10 girls, like an entourage of girls.
Yeah, but they
that's
had
how you-
enough
and that's
to
how you
say.
know you
tell
getting
us,
in.
tell us. Okay, the Diddy party that you got into. Just walk us through the night.
walk us through- okay.
Going into the
Yes.
Diddy
All right,
party.
Halloween
visuals.
2013. I went with my friend was a bodyguard for French Montana. So I went with my bodyguard friend. It's his house in Bel Air, Fab house, cars everywhere. You go in, Ciroc everywhere.
Of course.
I got like 3 or 4 because I have a home bar. I got like 3 or 4 bottles of Ciroc to take with me.
I know that's right.
After the party, it was food, but like little hors d'oeuvres,
Appetizers.
like little appetizers. But you walk outside. I've never seen 100-foot bed. It was a 100-foot bed in the backyard, and that's when
I've seen pictures of that bed.
That bed
I've
was
seen
crazy.
pictures of that
People
bed.
jumping on the bed.
Yes.
I think 50 people could be comfortably on
In
that
the
bed.
bed.
I think more.
I wonder what they do in that bed.
There were 5.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly, it was cool. It was like I ain't gonna lie, some parts I kind of blacked out because I was lit.
Was
I
you?
was drunk.
Do you think?
Halloween.
It was Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays.
But Ciroc doesn't really get you that
I
lit.
wasn't drinking that all night. I was drinking
Ciroc is
champagne.
terrible.
You know me. I start my night with a bottle of champagne and then go
Yeah.
do other. So we were drinking.
Were there people that were disappearing from the party area and going into private
and then it was
areas?
an after party on the next wing.
Did you go to the after party?
I didn't go to the...
Is that where the freak-off happens?
I don't know. I don't think that.
The freak-off sounds like...
The freak-off sounds vibe, but I did go...
God spared me.
Okay, so I
just like the way it sounds.
I'm going to be honest.
Freak-off.
I was like, I had a lot of ample time by myself, like kind of by myself for some reason at that party. I don't know. But I was kind of wandering around the house because this is a huge home. And I love homes. So I'm like, I want to see, you know, the Versace silverware, stuff like that. Like I wanted to see. And so I go upstairs and it's this random room. It's a whole bunch of little beds and little like stripper tables, stripper tables with small poles.
Okay.
It was a lot of men in there. That girl, what's her name? Chinese Kitty. She was in there. That was the first time I seen her in person. And I was like, okay, it was given like.
Come dance
were
for me.
there a lot of celebrities? Or just a lot of
It was a lot of celebrities, but I can't remember exactly who was there. Who was there? I know it was like French Montana. I don't know if it was like Rick Ross.
Was there anything that
it was a lot of athletes?
Was there anything that stuck out that was like, ooh,
my type of room?
This is a Diddy party that you can
that
say.
Smile alone. That smile
Was
alone.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Tell us.
So I was again by myself, idle, and okay, it is Halloween, so whatever, but he was coming like down the hall. It was so weird. Like he was like, you know how you in the middle of something, but you got to run out and get something? That's what he was doing. Like he still had like a Halloween mask on. Like
he was running to get some baby
but then
oil.
he had like boxes on, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
And like, cause this was like the last stop. We had already partied all night for Halloween. I was waiting to go, but my friends, like, they were having the time of their lives at the party. And at the time, I was just like, I'm a dancer, so my focus is like making money. So a party that I'm not making money at, it's like,
Yeah.
they rich, I'm not. Okay,
Right.
let's go, you know?
Yeah.
So that happened, and I was like, this is some weird shit. I will say this. I go to, the guy who invited me, I was like, I'm sleepy. Like, I want to go. He was like, just go to the movie theater, take a nap.
And his
not the movie
Diddy's
theater.
Yeah, in the theater. So he was like, go take.
I'm not taking a nap anywhere around
Anywhere.
here.
Well, I didn't know none of that.
I know.
You
At the time, you didn't know.
But it's 2018. I'm
How many people
young.
was
I'm
sleeping
like,
like
It
that?
is.
you know.
But you know what? That is a thing to go to like house parties and you're there so long.
That you, 'cause I will
fall
go.
asleep.
I will
went to,
fall
I
asleep.
went to Adam Lambert's house.
Ooh,
This is
he's
back
so
when, because you
fine.
know all the gays. We used to go to his house. And we would just fall asleep.
Yeah, like I get sleepy. I'm not like an all day partier type of person. So he's like, here, get a drink, get some food, go in the movie theater, take a nap. I'm like, okay, period.
You
So
took a nap?
I went in the movie theater.
How
I'm
many
cuddled.
people was in that room taking a nap with you, though?
Nobody was there. It was just me. I was by myself because like the guy I was talking to, it was
So how long did the nap last?
Right.
I probably took like a 30-minute little nap.
30
and then I woke up.
minutes?
Yeah, because it's hard for me to sleep places that's not my bed.
Yeah.
So I wake up, I'm cuddled, I'm in this
It's a power
Versace, I'm in this heated Versace blanket, feeling like a millionaire, honey. So I was like,
I
forget
would've
the nap.
stole that
Let me
blanket.
act
I was
like
say,
I'm-
did you think?
Yeah,
That blanket would have been
let me put it
in
no,
Koreatown
because no, you know
at
why?
my apartment.
Because when I'm getting comfortable, I'm snuggled up, I'm on my phone, I'm like, me and my best friend, we just broke up, friendship, but I'm like, at least I'm in a millionaire house living out. And I hear, where the fuck is my Versace blanket? Loud.
That was Diddy?
Yes.
I would have been like the diddler. Sit your
I
ass
would have
down.
had it on like, hey, Jay, come get it off of
looking
me.
looking for it, walking in. He walks in, I'm like scared, trembling. I'm young. I'm like
What?
wrapped in the blanket though. Like I
Okay,
literally,
this ain't Cassie.
Right.
You gonna come in here dragging me? What?
Cut that blanket so fast, but not in a mean way. He
Wait
was
a minute.
like,
I would have been naked under there like, come get it in.
cussed him
Come
off.
get
Somebody
it.
want that old man on that. Wait, so he snatched the blanket off of you?
he was like, shh.
Aggressively?
Kind of, but he laughed it off at the end.
Let me call my
I was
lawyer.
I was like, I'm sorry.
I'm put
I
you
would
on
have been like,
trial.
do you need me
And
to
the guy
come
who
with
invited me
you?
was gagging because he was scared, probably like.
What?
And
Right.
he's a big security, a big guy, but he was like, Cashmere, for real. I'm like,
Right, it was in the
So
theater.
when
I
he
would've
took,
seen
after he
it
took the
too.
blanket, what
and
did
he
y'all
went
do?
up. He left and they went upstairs or wherever they was going.
So that was your first encounter with Diddy at a Diddy
Wow.
party.
Yeah,
Did you
because
went to
I've never
another
met
one?
him or nothing.
See,
I've been to his house and never met him. You could go to some of these
Yeah,
people's
right.
houses
You
and
never
never
see
meet
them.
them and never see
You
him.
never
So
seen
I
that.
had never
When
met
I was
him
at
to that
Tyree's
time.
house, I seen him for 8 seconds and he disappeared. Never seen him again.
But again, when he seen me again, he ended up giving me bottles of Ciroc for my. Remember when I had all those bottles of Ciroc in my house?
Yes,
because he remembered you.
He
Probably
remembered
he was
me,
like, you know what?
And he gave me some bottles of Ciroc, so we was cool after.
He do
That's
like giving
good.
gifts. I heard allegedly, but
What kind of gifts?
you know, I've heard a few things from some people, like he'll give like flowers, or he'll give like different gifts to like kind of make people stay on the hush hush of certain scenarios and certain things.
Well, when they raided his hotel, I think
was a mess.
I think it's crazy that he had all that stuff in the hotel after they already had an indictment.
Yeah.
So why would you still have all this stuff going on?
Well, maybe he
after?
wanted to. Honestly, now that
Diddy
the
don't
trial is
give a
going on,
fuck.
I think since he has worse stuff going on, the way that they try to set the scene from what I was when they was like trying to paint them out to be these big drug addicts, I feel like that was strategic because that way, if you can blame it all on the drugs. I think that's how he want to set it up.
Oh, okay. But there
there
was also $9,000 in there, so that gives like you're
He's
hiring
rich.
prostitutes.
No, who don't? He's rich.
Who don't
Who's rich?
hire prostitutes?
Right.
$9,000 is just like me and you taking out
So
emergency
him-
$100
I was
out.
gonna
to
say,
go
I was
out.
gonna say
Yeah,
to him that's
that's
chump
true.
change.
That's nothing.
Like,
That's
yeah,
not. That's true.
9,000?
Like I wouldn't carry $9,000.
No.
But
But I mean, I
if-
have friends that carry $9,000, $10,000 at a
Yeah,
time. That's
because
true.
when you're rich, that's like
true.
an emergency
Yeah.
$100. We going out, we going to drinks.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
getting the
They're like,
table,
oh, this for
whatever.
valet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do y'all think that he's gonna go down? Like, do you think they're gonna lock him up? Is he going to jail? He's going to jail.
He's going to jail, but
It just depends on how long. But
I don't know who else is testifying.
They're gonna bring out some stuff. Even if they don't bring out some heavy hitters, they're putting that man in jail. That raid showed me you're going to jail no matter what.
Yeah, because for them to raid your house, they have to have something on
and to
you.
Right.
They have to have
multiple homes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And it's a
not-
spectacle. Like, it's just too many entities that are above him that are taking him down. And Diddy's in bed with some powerful people. Like, he's like Clive Davis, like, level.
Black Clyde is
Like-
Clive
He's
Davis.
been in bed with Clyde.
Yeah, I mean, he's
allegedly.
the one that like really kind of he's the one that kind of discovered him. So it's like, or like really put him on and like walked him through the door of the industry. So like, I don't know. I think if he's already that high and this is happening to him, they really want to take him down.
Listen, not only are they about to go over all of this trafficking, everything, but they're about to start bringing some stuff up with Kim Porter, and don't even be surprised they
yeah.
start bringing up some Biggie stuff. Like,
And then what's
it's
his
a
name?
lot of
Albie
stuff.
Shore
Albie
said
Shore,
that Diddy was the one
He's the one
allegedly that is
allegedly.
responsible for him.
but not
in-
only
in
Kim, but also
his
all of the
illness.
people. Albie Shore's illness, Kim Porter, but all the people that was working under that record label.
That are
Allegedly-
no longer with us.
Exactly.
See,
Diddy
I-
allegedly.
Andre Harrell.
And,
Yeah.
Andre, even Heavy D, like all.
Okay, the Heavy D thing was like years ago, right?
Yeah, I think some stuff is a
Some
little.
stuff is
it's
they're
like-
older.
Yeah, they're older. The cholesterol's high.
Some
They
stuff
be
is
at In-N-Out
older,
Burger
but also
too much.
too, some stuff is kind of like, especially when you start looking at just the timeline of how everything has gone.
Yeah.
It's like,
But you have to have
literally
motive.
got rid of
I feel.
everyone on
Yeah.
that record label.
But they would have to have motive because his record label was already successful.
True.
Yeah.
He has other businesses. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think they're just trying to hit Diddy from every angle that they're trying
And then
to. And
it's like
oof.
for them to try to come after Jay-Z, like in the midst of that, real quick, and Jay-Z just shut that down.
Just because they best friends, it's wild.
What was that about?
I love Jay-Z though. Jay-Z was like, not
He
today,
doesn't
Satan.
play.
He was like, I'm
Them
not
Rock
playing
Nation
this games.
lawyers doesn't play, but I don't think he's innocent either.
What? Wait, how much time we have?
I'd say like probably 5 minutes.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you need to tell us about your experience.
I'll talk.
He actually came early.
Huh? He came early?
early,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. What my experience where?
About the Diddy Party.
I don't want to talk about my experience.
Ooh.
My experience wasn't like fun like that. My experience was we showed up late. It was hard to get into the party. We finally got into the party. It was a bunch of celebrities. It was packed. This was like back in the day. And it wasn't really anything that stood out.
Yeah.
What stood out more to me was when I went to one of Justin's parties.
The son.
Because it was more low key. I was with one of my homegirls. They had kind of messed around. So that was like a lot more to see.
Yeah.
But it's not, I can't talk about it.
Yeah,
That's
and
why
like their
NDAs.
parties is more like you feel more comfortable because we're closer in age. We're around the same age.
Yeah.
You're not like
Yeah.
I'm not starstruck, but you're not like, oh, it's these older, powerful Hollywood people. It's like
Yeah.
you're just regular, just like me and you. You know.
Yeah,
So
and that party was specifically for celebrities. So it was like Michael B. Jordan, Amber Rose, like everybody was there. The entire industry was at this party. So it was more like, I think it was after like it might have been Grammys or it was whatever award show was happening that night. It was after like that week. And it was just more geared to that. Like it wasn't like no freak off type of situation.
Yeah,
So.
like I've
More like
never
a
seen a
party.
freak. I feel like a freak off wouldn't be like a big Halloween party night.
No.
That would have to. That would probably be like a random.
Yeah.
Like it just seems too risky.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
But I do believe whatever party they were having that BET weekend where it was mostly men is a little iffy for me.
Yeah. Okay. So before we wrap up, we're gonna make a bet. The bet is we're gonna bet on if we think Diddy is gonna be innocent or guilty. The two people that lose are gonna take the winner to dinner. So we're gonna split the bill between the three of us. So the winner gets to just eat lavishly for a night, okay?
And drink.
And hookah and whatever else you want.
Ooh.
So and baby oils, like no. So and Quaaludes.
What
So,
kind of baby oil?
I can't. So
Quaaludes is crazy.
do you think he's gonna be found guilty or innocent?
Honestly, I think Diddy is going to be guilty.
Guilty.
I think he's going to be found guilty.
I think he's gonna be found guilty.
Even if he's guilty, a part of me thinks he's gonna be found innocent
Innocent?
because he has great lawyers.
He does have
He
some
does
powerful
have an
hands.
Brian
amazing
Steele
team.
It's not coming into play.
Justice for Cassie. I'm on
I'm
Cassie's
Team
side.
Cassie.
I'm Team Cassie.
I'm Team Cassie all the way.
I
I'm
mean,
Team
Cassie
Cassie.
already got her
But as
money
far as-
regardless.
But
But
yeah,
as
that's
far
what I'm,
as-
I'm glad she collected her
Yeah,
coin.
yeah, I'm
Worst
here-
case scenario, I
She
was taking
collected
that.
it right
I was
before the
like,
case.
Worst
She
case
was like,
scenario, she
listen.
collected her coin, so I'm happy
I'm Team
either way.
Cassie. This has nothing to do with Cassie. This is about sex trafficking, RICO charges, and whatever else he got.
I do
going
think they're crucifying him for being a freaky frog, and it's not right because
For
a
real?
lot of powerful men with money are.
on. Let me tell you
freaks and
something.
And they were enjoying
There are
the
so many
freak off,
Diddy's
so
running
okay.
around LA. I've met some of them.
Yes, there's a lot
I've
of.
been to their
most men with
homes.
money are cucks.
This is true.
Like
They all are freaks, regardless. But yeah, Diddy's the only one that's on the chopping block right
All
now.
right, we're gonna see. We're gonna run this back.
We're gonna
when,
run it
when the
back.
verdict comes out, and we're
Yes.
gonna probably do it behind the scenes of us going to dinner.
okay,
Because I'm
Ooh.
setting up a Patreon. We have a Patreon called the New Black Podcast, and it'll be like $5 a month, and you'll get behind the scenes footage of like more lifestyle stuff, like getting ready for the podcast,
Love
and
it.
we'll do some unedited stuff.
yeah.
So
I
that'll
love it.
launch next week, and I'll let you guys know about that. So
Let me know.
thank you guys for helping me out
Of
today.
course.
Come back. We probably need to do a part 2.
I think we should do this part 2 because
We're gonna do
trial.
we're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna follow
This
up.
trial's about to be juicy, so we definitely gonna need to
Yeah.
do
We
a
have
part
to.
two.
It's so many moving
It's
parts.
too many things. It's too
Especially
many
once they
things.
take that little dip into from Cassie to the next person.
Yeah, it's too
Woo.
many things.
It's too many things. Well,
All right.
I'll be
well,
back.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night,
Good night,
bye.
y'all.